Hi, my name is Roopali Sanka, and today I'm going to be talking about computerized government surveillance. So, in society today and in the past history of U.S., there have been so many incidents where violence and other harm could have been prevented through some sources of protection, such as computerized government surveillance. And an example of this was actually shown in 2001 when there was the September 11 attacks, and that was such a big tragedy, as can be seen, and there has been so much loss that was endured from that. And ever since then, security has enhanced. It's become people are more aware of the surroundings and things like that. So, an article that inspired me is called "When Librarians Are Silenced" by Francine Prose. And this article actually inspired me because it mentioned the Patriot Act, and I wanted to see how the Patriot Act played a role in society today and how it affected and impacted the citizens of the U.S. And a painting that actually inspired me is called Banksy Thought to Be Behind Cheltenham Artwork by Banksy. And this painting is actually a painting of three government detectives standing behind a phone booth, overhearing and eavesdropping on a conversation while a woman is in the phone booth. And I thought this was kind of weird and funny because she's in the phone booth for a reason, because she wants to privately talk and not in public, otherwise she would be out. And the fact that those government officials are standing over her, watching over her, makes it kind of ironic. So I feel like you can depict this painting in two different ways. One, you can see it as a government official making sure they're protecting her, and then another way is that they're letting her know that she's constantly being watched over for certain reasons. So some cons of so essentially it leads to the question, to what extent does computerized government surveillance impact a citizen's right to privacy in the United States? So although there are many benefits from computerized government surveillance, the disadvantages essentially outweigh the advantages. So a disadvantage is violation of privacy. So according to York, who is a writer and activist on technology and policy, violation of privacy is apparent, and indiscriminate mass surveillance goes against the basic fundamental right to privacy that our predecessors fought for. So that's basically showing how when there's computerized government surveillance, they're invading our privacy, and we're not able to do what we want without being watched over. Another reason is it affects people's conversation and what they put online. So an example of this is a member survey conducted by writers organization PEN American Center in December 2013 discovered that since the publication of the first NSA leaks, 28% of respondents have curtailed or avoided social media activities, 24% have avoided certain topics in phone or email conversation, and 16% have avoided writing or speaking on certain topics. So this caused our information to drastically decrease what we put online, and that affects us in a way without them knowing. So another reason is it breaks rights of the Constitution. According to Lou and Anderson, who are two California senators, the Fourth Amendment is being violated when using computerized government surveillance. And so it goes against the Constitution. They're breaking a law. It's illegal to go survey someone without their permission. And also, according to ACLU, who is a national organization that works daily in courts, and they're called American Civil Liberties Union, an example of this is illustrated through the Supreme Court's action on repeatedly recognizing the government surveillance and their investigations of breaking associational rights that are protected by the First Amendment. And not only does the NSA break the law, they actually go over the limit and actually research more in depth in the profile of each person. And last but not least, it's not effective. So it actually failed to secure individualized warrants against all Americans, according to ACLU. Some solutions for this is that you can appoint intelligence officials to make sure that the first allegiance to the Constitution and the Constitution only, so no one can break laws, and make sure that the Constitution, everyone's abiding by the laws of the Constitution. Another solution is that citizens should be able to authorize the government to be surveilled through computers instead of it being done illegally. So people can ask, I want to be watched over for safety purposes, then the government will do that. If not, then they can't do that. And some limitations to this is there has to be some compromises made, because not everyone is going to be in favor of being watched over and security-wise, but at the same time, it's for security purposes. And sometimes it can be compromised when it comes to terrorism or some cases like those where the government has no choice but to look into the person, into their background. So at the end, the cons outweigh the pros. Thank you.